Hi everybody, I'm Laura. Welcome back to my bead mat. Today we are going to work with a Mystic Moonrise September 2024 bargain bead box. If you're new here, I have links down below. I also have a coupon code, Dragonfly2, all capital letters with the number 2 at the end. That will save you $2 off your first month subscription. That is all down below in the under click more and then click more again. There's all kinds of information. It's $23 a month shipped directly to you, and you get a huge value for that money. We're gonna make a bracelet. I have been struggling with these Labradorite beads. They're just a little bit bigger than I'm comfortable with working with, and I want to kind of level you guys out here. And I'm just struggling to create with them with what's in the box. So we're going to make a very simple bracelet. I have one of the bead frames from Bead Box Bargains, the sister site. When you join Bargain Bead Box, you get a 30% off coupon code that you can shop at their sister site and save 30% off on your order. You can use it all month long, as many times as you want. And I'm going to use this as my focal. Also in this box were these really pretty shell beads. And I'm going to use that inside of this bead frame. I'm just going to find the hole in this, and we're going to put it right in there. I'm going to back my bead string wire up. This is 7 strand. Also came from Bead Box Bargains. So this will be in our as part of our center focal. Okay. So we're gonna do that. And then I don't think I want to go straight into a big bead. I think we'll do some of these a little Labradorite next to it on either side. Like so. I like that. And then we'll go ahead and do one of these on each side. When you use a big bead, they take up a lot more room on your wrist. So keep in mind. I swear, I'm going to catch that gnat, guys, one way or the other. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate like a metal bead so that I have that metal going. Look at the flash on that one. Really pretty. Like that. I like that. And then go back into, as I was saying about the big beads, also when they go to bend around your wrist, you want to have something smaller beside them, because 2 big beads beside each other have a hard time bending. you know, to make that circular motion. Let me show you. I'm going to put let's just put some on and show you what I'm talking about, and then I'll take them back off. They will do it, but they'll either leave a space, like see the spaces between, and they don't bend as nicely. They want to bind and all that. So by using little beads or little spacers between, they make that, you know, I can bring them way around and they look way nicer than the other way. So I'm going to go ahead and bead on a couple more. I'm going to go ahead and clip off this end, and I'm going to finish this side up and see what we have. Oops, I need a big bead. I have a hard time designing with matte beads and like these gray beads and anything large. I don't know why. There it is. Well, I had it there for a second. There we go. So my clasp, 2 of these. I want to kind of put them end to end here. And then I have 2 jump rings. You want to keep in mind how much room those will take up. That's going to take up roughly 1.5 inches. So I want this to be about 5.5 or 5.25 inches. So we're at 4.5, but they're also bigger beads. So we also have that. So they're going to take a little bit more room. Slide that down and change places with my clip. Measure this again. So right there is about 5.25. And I'm going to go ahead because I know this is going to take up a little more space on my wrist. Let me show you. I'm going to drop it all the way down there and I'm going to bring it around. And look at how much room is left. That's more than 1.5 inches. So even though I want to make this for a smaller person, I do want to add a couple more smaller beads. Maybe just one and on each end. because I can turn around and also add a extender chain, but I can't make it smaller for the person that wants it smaller. Because those little beads, believe it or not, that is 1/8 of an inch. So those two beads, they're the same size, so they would have added 1/4 of an inch. And I think that's good enough. So I'm going to try it one more time on my wrist to see where it brings me. Yeah, I think that's good enough for a small wrist. My wrist is quite large. It is 7 1/4 inches. So I'm shooting for 6 3/4. So we're putting on our clamshell from the top down through the bottom of the clamshell, through the mouth of the clamshell, and then we are going to take our crimp. We're going to bring it up almost to the very end. We're going to leave a little bit of the wire out. We're going to press down and smash that crimp tube. We're going to make sure it's all the way across. Give it a tug, come up, give it a tug test. It's not going anywhere. I am going to fold that closed, and I'm going to give this a hug. Don't squeeze too hard or you'll bend it. And then I'm going to press this all the way together. Slide this all the way down. Give it a little swirl around. And then I'm going to grab this clamshell. I'm going to open it. And the one thing I didn't get out was the other, actually I don't need it on this. I'm overthinking. Up through the bottom, out through the mouth. I opened that clamshell a little wider. I am going to put a pair of pliers here. I'm going to press it against my bracelet to help hold it. I'm going to give it a nice curl. Remember, these are bigger beads, so I don't want to pull them too tight, but I also don't want them too loose. Whoops. We're going to put our crimp tube on. I'm going to drop it all the way down into the mouth of that clamshell. I'm going to take a hold of that crimp, and I'm going to give it a good snug press down in, and I'm going to press it closed. Now remember, when we're working with big beads and we go to pull this straight, you're going to have maybe a little extra wire showing when you straighten it, and that's simply because you are working with big beads. When you uncurl them, there's going to be extra space. I'm reaching in here and I'm making sure that this is smashed all the way across. I'm going to do the tug test. It is tight. We're going to clip all that extra off. I can use that on either another bracelet or on another project. I'm going to close this, give it a little hug, and then I'm going to mash the loops together. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put on one end, because this is completely reversible. This is a 6mm 18 gauge jump ring, and then we're going to close it. You want to press it in and hear that click click. You know it's closed. And on this end we're using a 4mm jump ring. I would say it's probably a 20 gauge. Put it on. Put on our lobster. Close this. And there's that. I will measure this and show you how long it is. It has come out to be 6 3/4. And here's what it looks like on my wrist. Whoops. Here, I'll lay it down and pull it up. And it has a good over 1/2 inch. I'm really squeezing it, guys, as you can tell. Probably closer to 1 inch. So this will actually fit a 6.5 inch wrist. And I always have prepared at my booth, I always have extender chains available for anyone that may need one. So I hope you enjoy this. This is such a pretty, pretty bracelet. I am so glad I put this together. I wasn't sure how it would look. We'll close it up. That little shell bead in the center is so pretty. It just set it all up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.